How'd you do that?
There you go.
Is this you?
So hi, this is Rosh V. This is her
Hello.
busy mum show, guys.
Hello. I've got it all sorted. It's busy.
Dag. And what's your name?
Hi, I'm Sabrina Mickey
And where are you from, Sabrina?
from Grey States.
Okay.
Yeah, not far from here.
And we've got Vivian.
Hi, I am a friend of Alive 90.5. I used to do a Mandarin show here. I'm Vivian.
Cool.
Good to be back
Thank
here
you.
again.
So we'll be going live shortly, guys. We're just waiting for this song to finish and a couple of ads, and then we'll be live. But we're going to put you on mute until we come back on because the music's on and Facebook doesn't like me playing music because of the royalties. Will be 2 seconds. Won't be long, guys. We're just waiting. How long have we got, Rosh, till this song's finished?
So we've got another song, promo, and then the call to country, then promo.
Okay. Wow. Can you cut the song out?
Hold to fame, 3 minutes.
Yeah, you can cut that song out.
1 minute left.
Otherwise, you're going to have just 30 minutes of talk, and all the rest of it's song.
No. We're gonna just chat, and then we're gonna go to another song, and then we'll come in with the topic.
Yeah.
So it maybe held up a bit longer though. Oh well, you get your experience of the radio station more than you needed to.
Is that what I want?
As a supporter?
Yeah.
You get your money's worth.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's important for the voices. I don't think anyone has, because only ABC has given an article only on Friday, on the end of July. They had an actual story on it. What is actually happening? What do we understand? What we do? So one question I'll ask is: do you in your mom's circle understand the change, the law itself? A lot of people don't understand.
So maybe just do the law and tell us what the law is, and then we can make decisions after that.
31 seconds.
Rosh, turn it up.
Of indigenous
That's it.
occupation,
That's better.
and is now a protected space. Would like to pay my respects to the traditional owners, past and present, of this land. Welcome, listeners, to the Busy Moms Radio Show. How are we today? How is your Saturday? Now, it is 17 minutes past 5. It is the 16th of August, and we're halfway through, moms and carers. It is now the middle of August. How fantastic is that? How was your Saturday? What did you do? Text in 0405 905 905 to let me know on the Busy Moms Radio Show. And today is a special day because I've got 3 fantastic moms from Western Sydney, which I'm going to introduce. We've got 3 moms here because they've been brought in to talk about the world first social media ban for users under 16. So these moms have applied to be on the show, the Busy Moms Radio Show, and they're here today. So there is a new law taking place, and we'll chat about that after the next song and the ad break. But let me introduce you. We've got 3 moms here. Let's go. We've got Vivian. She's the next presenter here at Alive. Vivian, how are you today?
I'm good. Hello, everyone. Good to be here.
And how have you been since I last saw you?
It has been a while, but I'm so glad to be back here at the studios. Can you hear me?
That's
yeah.
better.
So what have you been up to?
Yeah, I'm just busy with my own things. Doing some podcasts as what Rosh was mentioning, and doing some mom's duties for sure.
So do you miss live radio or not?
Definitely. So that's why I'm so excited once back in the studios, once in a while to be back here seeing all the friends at Alive 90.5. So I'm so excited to share with other two moms here, and of course, talking to Rosh again.
Fantastic. And you're excited about the topic of banning kids under 16. I'll talk to you about that
Yes,
after that.
yes, I can't wait to talk about it and hear the perspective from different moms as well.
And to her right, we've got Sabrina from.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Thank
How-
you for having me today.
And Sabrina's been a long-time supporter of Alive 90.5 FM. And how was your day today, Sabrina?
It was good. Busy. I've got two little ones. Oh, they're not little now, but yeah, they're two teenagers. So they always keep me busy on the weekend. I work full time. So I'm a bit of a time poor mum, but I do have my priority. I do know when there's certain priorities. And I think today's discussion is something that I thought would be good to be a part of and engage with other mums and hear the different points of views.
Beautiful. And to her right is Leslie, a long-time presenter here at Alive. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on the show there, Rosh.
And I haven't seen your busy mum side. Tell me about it.
Oh, well, where do I start? It's my daughter's 27 now, but during the time of when she was all this social media stuff going back, it was very, very heavy on hearts at her school and things like that with bullying. And so when we get into it, I'll share that information. But it was very strong words from a lot of mums in those days.
And do you think, before we get into it and go to an ad break, just basically, are you all equipped with the new law?
No.
In your mum circle, did you have any questions?
What's the actual new law?
Okay, let's go for the new law. So today, the forum in the Bockham Hill studio on the Busy Mums social media studio is about the kids' social media ban. Now, will this empower parents and save our children? I don't know. So what is happening is Australia is months away from implementing its world's first social media ban for users under 16. That's right, listeners, world's first. So when this story was proposed to me, I picked it up to get these mums, three particular mums from Western Sydney who got their ears on the ground, who is impacted the most. Now, Western Sydney kids probably use social media the most. What do you think, mums?
Well, my daughter's 27 and she still doesn't care about it.
Great, that's fantastic.
That's very unusual, I think.
Very unusual.
Yeah.
So is there a statistic saying that Western Sydney kids is the highest users?
I don't know, but it seems to me they are. It feels like it.
But what do you mean it feels like it? Where did the stats come
Well,
from?
3 of my kids
Oh.
and all their friends, and that's all they do all day long on the social media. So
Yeah, it's like the perfect babysitter.
Oh, isn't it ever?
That's all it is.
What do you think,
pacifier.
mums? Do you go
It's a
to
pacifier.
other parts of Sydney and see the Bondi mums and their kids on social media?
I think
as much?
it's all around.
Yeah.
I think
I
it's,
think
across
it's
the
everywhere.
board. I think like it's when one started, it carries on. My friends got it. I want to get on, and it becomes a way of socializing. It becomes a way of messaging one another, and Anyway, look, I don't know. I'm all hot to talk about it and get in on
me
it.
too.
So
Yeah, in fact, the kids found this news on social media about
Yeah.
the ban.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so what has happened is the new law will restrict social media access for children under 16, and it's due to take effect on, wait for it, December 10th. Okay, the federal government says the ban is needed to protect the mental health and well-being of children and the teens. It says the risk of harm presented by social media, such as cyberbullying and exposure to harmful content, outweighs any positives of having accounts. So in December, major tech platforms will be legally required to take reasonable steps to stop Australians under the age of 16 from having accounts on their services. If they don't enforce the ban, they could face fines of up to $50 million. Now, social media companies will be required to deactivate existing accounts held by children under 16. The government is prioritizing the safety and well-being of young Australians and is prepared to enforce the ban despite potential opposition from tech companies. There have been trials of age-checking technology, but the results aren't expected to be released until later this year. Platforms will be allowed to use any information. Platforms will not be allowed to use any information provided to verify age for other purposes unless the consent of the users. Now, this is going to affect platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, X, and Reddit, and this will be age restricted. But some messaging apps such as Messenger Kids, WhatsApp, Google Classroom won't be included. Online video games won't be included in the ban. Communications Minister Anika Wells said they pose fewer social media harms to under 16s compared to social media platforms. YouTube Kids will be exempt from the ban because accounts on the platform cannot upload content or comment on videos. What about YouTube? The federal government did have plans to carve out an exemption for YouTube, but it has since changed its stance. The e-safety commissioner cited a survey of 2,600 children, which found nearly 4 in 10 had been exposed to harmful content on YouTube. YouTube will be included in the ban. It won't be inaccessible in the same way as other social media platforms will be. So that's a little bit about it. And an account is not needed to access most of the site's content, meaning children will still be able to view videos without logging in. However, they won't be able to view age-restricted content, leave comments, or upload their videos, though. So I have in the studio the 3 moms from Western Sydney to talk about the impact this ban will have on them. And I have introduced you to them. So let's go to a sponsor break and we'll come back with this discussion. I will ask them what services the children are using. Are they for or against the ban? And what else do they think this law is going to happen and impact on them?
Hi there. Hi. Hi.
So they can still hear us at the moment.
Sam.
Okay.
Sam, nice. Where you from? Oh, I'm from Blacktown.
You want to open the door, Vivian, to get some fresh air?
Blacktown. Oh, Blacktown City, get up, get up. Blacktown.
Some of the questions.
Oh, yeah.
Rosie, how are you? This is some moms
Hi.
from Western Sydney. You know them, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Yes. Hi.
Rosie's a Croatian presenter. This is Sabrina.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hi. Extra after Busy Moms.
Yes,
Yeah.
we'll be out soon.
Nice to meet
She's
you.
very quick.
That's what I mean. Too many songs.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going straight into. We won't even bother with Delta Good Girl.
Delta.
Have a break today.
What?
1 hour is true.
Oh, that's what I
Isn't
said.
it
You've
when
only
I
got 1
program it,
hour,
I'm
and you
already-
shouldn't be doing songs if you got three
Yeah.
people talking. We're just going to be
Yeah.
twiddling our
Oh,
thumbs.
that was a waste of time. Okay, just kill the songs.
And now they advertise on it and everything else,
Yeah.
right? They
Now
grab
all
little
the
kid-
adults
little-
are on it.
Yeah, they grab little children's minds.
Yeah,
they
100%.
pollute them, they
100%.
infiltrate. You
100%.
can tell which road I'm on.
Oh, I can tell which road you don't want to know what road I'm on either.
Okay,
So everyone
let's
can
go straight to
hear.
the point. I'm gonna
Sorry.
get straight
Yeah,
to the point.
everyone can
Someone
hear
asks you what go around and
Yeah.
you're gonna go around and ask what did your kids use? What do your kids use? What do your kids use? Are you for or against the ban? And then if you feel like you're running out of steam, we'll go back right that way.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll just keep going like this until
Yeah. Let's just make it into make it a talk show, not a music show. You don't need the music. Because by the time we go through 3 questions, that's going to be 1:45.
and I'll press the live button when we start.
Yeah.
To start your volunteering journey, visit rdot.org.au or call 1300 273 624.
But what you said about your daughter interrupting her study. And we've just heard from a sponsor block and a bit of Delta Goodrem, but we have running out of time, so we need to get right into this discussion. Let's get stuck into it. Vivian, how old are the kids? What are they watching? What platforms?
Okay, I have a 15 years old and is that
You're talking to the mic.
so I have a 15 years old and turning 12. One turning 12, she's a girl. So my boy is actually not so much on social media. He plays games most of the time. But to be really honest, my 12 years old actually started social media at a pretty young age. I think she grew up with social media, especially during the COVID time. She was on the gadget and she was on social media. I would say she grew up with social media. And to be honest, I was actually half of the band because these kids nowadays, their TikTok is their Googles. So they search thing on TikTok. So I think the band is actually a big move towards a great direction. But without the it's more about digital literacy, because I believe that the band itself, without the parents guidance on this digital literacy that work among the schools, parents, government, and all these big tech companies, the ban is only a band-aid. It's not going to solve the things altogether, because all the school bullying not only started when social media started, it's always there. It's all about building the resiliency with these children. So I know that we can't have social media as a carers for our kids, not a nanny. We have to monitor all these activities, especially with these kids at this young age. Yes, my kids use social media, but I always monitor what they're using. So I teach them about resiliency, and they should know what is right for them and what is not right for them.
Thanks, Vivian.
Yeah.
Sabrina, over to you.
Okay, so for me, I agree with the ban. I think it's a good thing. So recently, my daughter, so I've got a 15-year-old daughter, I've got a 13-year-old son. So similar to Vivian, it's similar. So my son is more on gaming, doesn't really engage with social media apps. My daughter, she definitely became very accustomed to using those social media platforms, particularly over the COVID era. That was how she connected. And so what we've noticed is that over time, she's become more and more dependent on social media as her way of communicating with her peers, and even contacting people from overseas. Like it's a global world now. So we're not local with social media. We're not local with these ways of communicating. So what really hit hard for my husband and I was we thought our daughter was studying. She was in her room. It was midterm exams. She's in year 10. And we discovered after her exams, she did poorly in her exams, unfortunately. We looked on her usage, and she had clocked up to 59 hours in that week when she was supposed to be studying on using social media. So she was not studying like we thought she was. She was in her room, door closed. We respected her privacy to study, but unfortunately she got easily distracted, because I think they are distracting tools, and I think it's also, it can promote attention deficit. It's like, studying's too hard, I'm just going to go and log in and see what my friends are talking about, what's happening on Snapchat. Oh, look, we've got some friends talking about going out on the weekend, or hooking, or talking about a topic. So yeah, that really got us quite distressed, and she unfortunately, she'd kill me if she knew I was saying this on live radio, but she didn't do well in her exams, and it was tears afterwards, and we did the checking, and like I said, it was 59 hours of social media use. Wow. And we've had to set strict boundaries because we trusted too much. And I think that's a mistake as a parent. We can trust too much of our children. We think that they're smart enough, they're mature enough, but their brains haven't fully developed. Mm-hmm. There's still a lot that they have to learn, and they turn to social media as the answering point. It's the talking point for everything. What makeup, what perfumes, what clothes, what brands. It's just, they just become so dependent on it. And yeah, so my viewpoint is I agree with the ban because I think that we need to protect young minds.
I'm sorry to hear that, but thank you for that opinion. That's amazing. Leslie, what's your opinion?
Well, I'm kind of on the fence with it, but I'm not on the fence. So I just checked on ChatGPT to see because I had a feeling that TikTok was actually invented for children, and now it's gone, worldwide, and there's billions of people doing videos and stuff. But that was originally for children to do dancing and stuff like that on there because it's TikTok, So, but also the thing that I said to my daughter when she was younger, she got bullied at school. She's 27 now. She'd kill me too if she found out. My God, and I'm doing a live. Hi everyone. Hi baby. I'll be home tonight. Maybe at midnight, but anyway. But I said to my daughter, there's different types of people when you have a social media because people look at you in a different format. They look at you as what you are at school, but they look at you in a different format while you're on social media. So for all those girls and those young girls that take their photos in their bra in the bathroom, I said to my daughter, if I ever catch you, if I ever find one photo like that, watch out, I'm chasing you down because that is just so wrong. That's what they're doing. They're actually exploiting themselves because they don't understand the consequences or the repercussions behind it. But I also wrote down, we were talking about it in the break, and we said that, I said that young kids' minds don't actually, I used to lecture anatomy physiology, so their minds do not actually catch up to their body. So the parent thinks that their body is totally functional and their body is mature because they look mature, but their brains don't catch up until they're 23, 24 years of age. So I don't believe that it's good for children unless they are totally mature in their brain first. So I said to my daughter, when you can control what happens at school and how you feel about the bullying at school, then you can use social media. I don't care which one you use. I know you're mature enough to use it now, but I think it's too dangerous now because it's messing with your head. Because when you have all these issues at school about, my daughter got king hit at school. We had to put one of the girls into and get her charged at the police station because she got king hit because it cracked open all her gums. A week later, my daughter was having braces. So you can imagine if the girl would have done it to my daughter when she had braces, So, and that's what these bullies at school were doing to all the other girls at school. It was a high school. It was a girls' school.
So physical bullying there, more physical bullying, but now it's
and now it's mental. I mean, even adults are doing it to. It's not just children, but it's adults doing it to other adults. I heard of one of my friend's friend that actually did a defamation thing online about her ex-boyfriend, and now he's suing her. I mean, she was bullying him online, and she's a 57-year-old woman. Come on, like if it's the parents doing it, then the children are going to take over as well. So it's all comes down to the parents to do their thing. And I wrote down here before that the role of the mother is to guide and support and protect your child. You're not there to make anybody happy. I say this on every one of my shows. I'm not here to make anybody happy. The person has to make themselves happy. But the parent's role, 100%, I look like an Aussie, but I think like a wog. I'm half Italian, and I have really, really strong morals about protecting children. So, and that's where I come from, So when it's bullying at school and the school does not even acknowledge it, the teachers don't do anything. The teachers give them a little slap on the hand, or not even these days. If we got it in our days, if we did anything wrong in our days, we would have the cane. We had the cane. A kid wouldn't even know what that word was. I'd have to do a chat GPT on it now. You know what I mean? So
okay, Vivian, what do you think about the old-fashioned play dates? Are we still doing this with the kids?
I think sometimes my kids still do that sometimes, but rarely nowadays.
Yeah, isn't that true, Sabrina? Are you still having the play dates on the devices 24/7?
When you say play date, what do you
Play
mean?
date with other
Going
kids?
out.
Yeah.
Like physical play dates?
Yeah.
No, and I miss them terribly. I used to be part of a mother's group, so we used to meet weekly, and it was so good to connect. And so now it's connecting online. My son doesn't want to leave the house; he'd rather game.
Yeah, that's another level as well. That's kind of like his own inverted social psychological thing.
Safe.
Yeah, that's right.
Why not ban the gaming thing?
That's the thing. The video games are not under the ban. There's not enough evidence according to
It
the
could-
Video,
experts.
but
It could
this
come
is.
through.
But when you think of video games has got all murdering and
Yes,
killing
punching,
and
it's true.
shooting
But that's always
and-
been that way.
and
I used to
everything.
play-
That's
yeah.
right. But
And the
you know what I
bullying
mean? I'm just
and-
making a point of that. You know.
And the harass words can happening on games like Roblox as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Yes,
messaging, but
that's
it's
right.
moderated.
Yeah,
So you
Exactly.
can be kicked off.
my youngest son is addicted to games. He doesn't have
Same.
any social media platforms,
Mm.
so I think it is harmful in a way.
But
Yeah.
it's the parents that allowed them to do it. So the parents must, and I say that strongly, and I'm not offending to anybody, but you must put boundaries around what you allow your child to do,
Yes.
because the kids shouldn't be telling you what to do.
Absolutely.
You should be telling the child what to do, because you're the guide, you're the supporter, you're the responsible adult that's supposed to be pushing them in the right direction, you know.
We
So
talk about it a
yeah,
lot.
the motivator.
Yeah.
Yeah, my son's high school principal strongly stressed that no gadget in bedrooms.
Good.
So
That's good.
that's the message that my son took as well. So
Mm.
I don't allow any gadgets in bedrooms.
Good on you, yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
can
So what
monitor it better
about
that way.
when you go to dinner and you got your dinner at your dinner table and everyone's got their phone on the
Oh.
table? I've only got my phone on table because I'm doing a live and it's
But adults are just as
personal
guilty of
hotspotting.
it. We are just
100%.
as guilty. And
That's
how
right.
do we enforce? How do we? So this is the slippery slope that I have. I enjoy using Instagram. So now I'm going
Yeah.
to talk about my personal use of.
But
and
you're
I
an adult,
enjoy it.
Lovey. You can do what you want.
I'm an adult, but how do I then enforce? Well,
Yeah.
Isabella, you can't go. Sorry, I've said your name, but Bubba. But you can't go. You can't have Instagram. But I'm using it. But I have different reasons that I use it.
Mm.
I'm not posting individual images of myself. I'm not show
No.
poning. Whatever. It's more
It's
for.
a smorgasbord for
Mm.
pedophiles as well, so unfortunately.
Okay, and what about this ban? Okay, this ban is coming. Have you talked to your children about it? What have you implemented? What's in place now for this lead up to this law?
Like I say, I didn't have to tell my girls or my kids about it. They saw it on social media, and yeah, she started to ask, how are they going to control it? Are they going to come to our house to check on us?
No, they're going to control it through their digital ID.
That's
and this is
right.
where it's all going as well. About
Yes.
the control. And this
privacy.
is so it's not just about the privacy, it's about the digital ID, and the digital ID is coming in to a communist country. I'm sorry, but it will be. And that's where they're doing it so that they can control the children now, so that they don't learn the history that we know. So that's where it's all coming from as well, unfortunately.
They're still testing the age recognition technology. Apparently, a 30-year-old has been recognized as a child and her account was banned. So the other way could happen, a young person
Or
could be
thumbprint
authorized.
biometrics or something.
Yeah. So they're still working on that.
Mm.
But does it give us, the parents, a bit more time to brief the children, to wean them off this social media frenzy? This law, will that give us a bit more control
I
back?
think my daughter is going to have a rude shock December the 10th. I mean, talking
Well-
about having not being able to use her social media, not being able to use Snapchat, not being able to use Instagram. So
So that's you're going to have a lot of social, you're going to have
I'm
a lot
gonna
of
have some pushback.
psychological.
Yeah.
But every single parent needs to turn into a counselor now,
Yeah.
because they're going to have a lot of children that's psychologically affected, because that's all they relied on, because that's what helped them with their self-esteem. So
And
look
they
forward
became
to that.
dependent on
Not.
it during pandemic,
Exactly.
lockdowns and things like that.
And that was the only thing
yeah,
that
the burden
kept
will
them
come back on us
going.
parents.
Exactly right, and that's
So
where it's
Rosh
going.
is asking,
So
what are
after
we
the
going to
ban-
do? I
It's
don't
another
know.
divide and conquer thing now.
So
Yeah,
That's
after
all
the
it is.
ban kicks in, you preempt this will happen, or this
Push
I
back.
know it's
Yeah.
going to happen.
But I
Yeah.
also think that it might be a good thing, because when all the kids not playing, because all started because of peer pressure.
Yes.
But when all
Fear
the
of
kids are
missing out.
not playing, they probably go out.
You just got to
together.
ask what's the real reason behind it,
Mm,
because they don't care about the kids. I can tell you that now.
The government, no.
mm.
100%.
Let's be honest about that, yeah. But I think it's a band-aid, as Vivian says. It's just so that they can't be held accountable. Sorry if I'm being
100%.
brutal here.
No, you're
But
not.
if there's anything untoward that is going to happen of a child
Okay.
because of their use of social
What
media.
about the effectiveness, ladies? What about the effectiveness?
Well, the effectiveness
will
is,
the kids go around this?
of course they will.
think
Their
so.
kids are smarter
Yeah.
than the
Yes,
adults.
that's
My daughter's
right.
If I
already
need to know anything, I
mentioned
just
that-
give my
How-
daughter
what
the
they're gonna
phone.
Put their face up to the eye recognition. Oh, when you're
a fake
sleeping.
VPN.
Your mom signed me into Google Doc. Look, with your eye, open your eye.
They'll just
There'll
get
be,
they'll
there'll be
just
apps out there.
they'll just get
or
their dog's eye or something like that.
a black
A cat.
market of acquiring a fake
Yeah,
ID.
that's what it'll be. 100%.
fake
There's
ID.
already out there
Yeah.
now. Chat
It'll be
GPT, my God,
black
everything's
market.
AI.
You pay someone. There's already
There's already people
yeah,
doing it,
they're already
100%.
What
working on
about
it.
the age
Preparation.
assurance technology? Do you have concerns about
What's the age
privacy? That's
assurance?
the technology they're using, age assurance technology. Do you want more tests done to
What do you mean
That's-
for?
What is that?
that's what they're going to use, age assurance technology to log
But
into these apps.
That's what I'm saying. It's all going to the control and the
Digital ID.
ID, which is so wrong on so many levels. It's a new world order. I'm sorry.
Yes, I agree with you.
That's where we're going to, and I'm not
It's another
looking
way
forward
for
to it.
control.
100%. 100% communist country coming in.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's already
So-
here. Sorry. But
So do you have any other hobbies that you're
Burns
going
me
to
up,
put the children?
actually.
Are you going to teach the children another craft or a hobby to replace the social media?
Well, this is what I was saying before. The parents have to become counselors, instant counselors overnight. They're going to be pulling their hair out of their head because the kids will be doing, stupid things and be extremely depressed and suffer with more anxiety than what they already have. They've already got low self-esteem, most of them, because they're on social media. That's why they can't get off.
that's right.
You know?
What about the bullying? Will this be reducing the bullying, or they're going to be different ways to get bullied now?
They'll find a way. Parents find a way, let alone kids, So,
Okay, so it's not going to eradicate bullying.
well, how's it going to stop bullying when they go to school? That's the same thing. Oh, my mum got me social media. Your mum didn't get you social media. I've got
So it's
mine.
going to alienate the kids and make them
Yeah.
even
It's just
more.
divide and
It's-
conquer again.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see how things pan out. But
How does it work now with the phones being locked up at your high schools? Is it working?
Well, I don't
my
know about
daughter
that one.
She got what's it called? She had to do detention. Sorry, she got caught using her phone at school.
Oh,
Yeah, she got caught touching it. So
You can't. You've got to put it in a little pouch.
yeah.
Do you know what
she
I
got
think is wrong
caught.
there? I
What?
think that the parents are, the teachers, I beg your pardon, the teachers don't want to be filmed and videoed. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. It's coming to as well.
So Leslie, you're on board, for and against?
Well, kind of, yeah. I'm more in horror that the government are doing this for the control part. That's what I'm more in horror about.
Sabrina, you're for the ban?
For the ban, yeah. I just for no more comparison distress, digital fatigue for my kids. It's I caught my
How
son
many hours are they spending, Sabrina?
We've docked it now for our daughter. We've got strict boundaries now, so it's 2 to 3 hours a day.
So what you doing now? Watching
What
TV?
channels is
So
it?
that she's Snapchat and Instagram. She's not Facebook, but she was very creative before social media.
Yes,
So
she was.
she loves building dioramas. She loves art, craft. She's top in her class in visual art.
Well
so
done.
we're already steering her to engage more in those activities
Oh,
when the
lovely.
band comes in place.
Beautiful. Here's
But
a bunch
yeah,
of
so
clay.
this is that's it. She bought clay today actually for the
Nice.
shop. So so more of that. Our son, he's a gamer, so there's no block on gaming. Maybe our daughter will get back onto the gaming because she was into Roblox once upon a time. But yeah, so it's just.
But they can make money on gaming too, can't they? Over time,
course.
yeah. Because I remember one guy had a lot like the parents. He was something like 26 years of age, quit his job and just went gaming, and they just thought he was just playing games all day. But he's ended up like making a couple of $1,000
My
a
son wants to
day.
be
It
a
was
professional
crazy.
gamer,
Yeah,
but
there you
when
go.
we ask him what he wants to do,
But then he's not going to build on his social abilities, for
But I think that
himself.
there's a lot of males in particular across the world that's their life, that's their way of
that's right,
socializing.
yeah.
They stay up late at night. They're talking to people in other countries, and so that's another layer.
Health
isn't
will
it?
deteriorate and depression
already
will
have
more creative
increase.
kids.
Yeah.
More creative kids and maybe more technology savvy kids who want to study programming or something to do with improving.
Yeah, so that you just reminded me actually, one of my friend's sons, he's extremely clever, one of the youngest sons. He was a professional gamer like your son, and he kept doing it. He never came out of his room, but then he went to university and started to create the games. So now he's working for a big company creating the game. So and he's right up there, so which is pretty cool.
That's excellent. So we create a different class of children now, away from social media, the world's their oyster now. They can be creative. They can work in technology. We don't
You know
need
the
it.
problem with this as well. They won't even know what this is.
A pencil.
They will not know how to write.
Mhm.
They will not know how to read. They'll only know how to
to
watch a TV.
Yeah.
But one thing about even gaming, one thing that I thought of is that even though I say my son don't go social media, but he used YouTube because
Yeah.
YouTube is actually one of the
It pays
platforms
you
that
money.
I feel a little bit sad that
Mm.
they're actually banning
No,
YouTube.
I don't think they are.
Oh.
No,
no,
Vivian,
Which
no.
which channels, which
No.
platforms are they banning?
It's Facebook,
YouTube, no?
Snapchat, not YouTube.
Yeah,
no,
not
because
YouTube.
that's educational. That's documentaries.
Yeah.
That's
Facebook
content.
Okay, the platforms that are banned are Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, X, Reddit. They're going to be age restricted.
Well,
so they need to
X-rated
prove
should have
age.
always been that way. I mean, come on, that's obvious.
So Messenger Kids, I know bullying has happened on Messenger Kids. So
Yeah.
you know,
But one thing about Messenger Kids is that you can't delete message there. I don't like Snapchat because the kids can delete
That's
message
right.
from there and the message just gone. You
Yes,
don't have any proof. You don't know
100%.
what are they sending.
That's right. You don't know
Yeah.
what the evidence is. 100%.
So you're okay, Sabrina? Messenger Kids, WhatsApp, Google Classroom is not included in the ban. Even YouTube Kids is not included. So YouTube, regular YouTube is not included.
Oh,
but
is
they're
that
going to
confirmed?
restrict
Yes.
age inappropriate content coming
Well,
through.
what they should have did when they started TikTok, for example, they should have kept it just for kids. Because it was just a little dance thing and it was just all
That's
about their
right.
little ideas, all their little, cutie ideas and stuff. And, let's just make some soap
It's
today and this is
exploded now.
how you do it, and
There needs
you
to
know
be
what I mean?
separate apps for kids, just kids.
Exactly. And then all the
Yeah.
adults jumped on and that's what's happened as well.
Oh,
So
adults
YouTube
ruin
Kids, I didn't know about that one because my daughter's quite old now,
Yeah.
but they should just keep that just for kids. And then what's stopping these adults? What's stopping the horrible adults coming in there and grooming these kids? Come on, that's where we've got to put the line. That's the control part you got to stop.
Draw the line
Any
there.
final words? It's been a great discussion and we might do another episode later on. Maybe to see closer to the ban how you
yes.
feel about this. And
Yes.
have you improved your chat to the children and is the pushback getting less or what? So we might continue this in a couple of months. So any final words, Sabrina, Vivian and Leslie?
Okay, so we're going on a little road trip next week, the family, and I've already decided it will be a tech-free adventure. So
Well
there'll be no
done.
technology at all.
Good on
We'll
you.
be locking up phones. Looking forward to it. There's going to be some boredom, isn't there? Let's see what we get up
Actually,
to.
you know what
Let's
you
see
should
we
do?
talk about.
Is get a book out.
You're actually going to hear my voice.
Get a book out.
Do you know who I am? It's nice to meet you. Let me introduce
What's my
myself to
middle
you.
name?
I'm your mum.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh wow, Vivian, what can you top that?
As for me, I am planning to go on a retreat, just moms and daughter retreat, because I had a look at the retreat. It's a way to connect with the
it's
kids
beautiful.
because sometimes we need that heart to heart connection.
Yes.
So finger crossed that it's allowed me to allow more time and less social media from that on. I'm
100%.
very interested to see after the 10th of December what will happen. How is that all the family are coping with
Actually,
that?
we'll have you three back in to see
And
what happens.
isn't it funny?
Yes, I'll have
Isn't
more
it-
grey hairs
couple of
then for
months'
sure.
time.
But isn't it funny
And
how
then
they're doing it close to Christmas so that the kids are going to be even
Oh,
bored?
wow.
Oh my
Yeah, I
God,
thought
you
the
guys are
same
going to
thing.
cop
Yeah,
it.
I know.
I'm so
I
happy my
swear.
daughter's 27. Oh my God, you're going to cop it.
Oh,
But for me, I think it's, going forward, good luck with everything, with everybody, because like I said, the parents are going to have to do some serious counselling. There's going to be more counselling than they ever needed before in the history of children.
Yeah.
in
We
schools.
already had to do it during the lockdowns, didn't we? I definitely became a counsellor to my kids.
Yeah, 100%. You've got to be jack of all trades.
Well, it was great having the three of you
Thank
from
you.
Western Sydney
Thank you.
in the studio
Thank you.
on this topic. So glad that you could join the Busy Mums radio show and let the listeners Australia-wide know your thoughts. It's very important. It's a new issue. It is going to go live in December. And aren't we ready for it? So thank you, listeners, for this special episode of the Busy Mums radio show. It was great to have your company. I'm Rosh signing out. Take care until next week. Same time, same place. Bye for now.
Bye.
Ciao. Bye.
Okay,
One sec,
let's
one
take all
sec,
our
one
photos
sec,
and
one
videos.
sec.